Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Yo! 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 And one more time!
Oh, kickoff classics are over. Preseason's done. Every game counts from here on out as teams look to make a run to a state championship this fall. Welcome into the Friday Night Blitz here in Action Sports Jax 24/7. We got some college volleyball going on Fox 30, so we thought we'd bring you a longer edition of the Blitz right here on our stream. Let's jump right into it, shall we, with our game of the week.
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
We got a great St. Johns County battle to start our Game of the Week schedule. It's Nease, it's Ponte Vedra facing off, and the visitors ran the table in the regular season last year. Well, great start tonight. Aiden Pfeiffer sneaks it in for the Panthers, extends their lead to 10-0 later in the second quarter. How about a big play alert? Handed off to Enrique Ordonez, and watch number 26, Scamper, takes it 51 yards to pay dirt, and another Nease touchdown. Panthers would get the ball right back after a fumbled kickoff, and well, they cash in right away. Pfeiffer hands it to Derek Hardy, and it's a little trickeration, folks. Hardy's your backup QB, airs it out to Vernon Stevens. 24-zip, Nease is rolling. Sharks temporarily halt the momentum when Cole Rosendahl gets the home team on the board right up the middle for the PV QB. However, before the half, Nease gets it back. Pfeiffer to Pfeiffer, Aiden to his cousin Chase, 31-7 at the half. PV got within 10 late, but Nease extends its streak over the Sharks. Here's Olivia Tasley with Colin Drafts.
All right, Coach. 3 seasons, 3 battles of the bridges won by your Nease Panthers. How does it feel tonight?
Feels great. It feels great, man. We felt like that we had a good plan coming in, that we had the better team, the better program, and even though there were a lot of doubters, right?
Like you said, the defense shut out these Sharks, only held them to 7 points.
Right.
Talk to me about this defense and how dominating they were in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's exactly what we expect from our defense right there. We talked about it at halftime, and we know that we've got some stuff to clean up in the second half so we can come out and finish a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happened in the second half. We're 1-0, and that's where we wanted to be, and we're excited about it. There's no doubt about it.
And talk to me about this offense, because they put up 31 in that first half alone.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, what did you see out of these guys in debut?
Right. Starts with the offensive line, right? Everything we do flows through them. They played a phenomenal game up front, ran the ball well, right? All of our running backs played really well. And then how about our 10th grade quarterback, right? Aiden Pfeiffer, let's go! Right? The young guy, right? It's his first start ever. He comes in on the brand new turf, right, at Ponte Vedra. Everybody's rooting against him, thinking we're going to lose the game. And, man, he lit him up. He played great. And the guys around him played really well. They made it easy for him. But I'm excited for him and what we're building and what we're going to accomplish this year.
I mean, you get the win. You get Coach of the Week.
Right.
How does it get better from here?
We go back to work, right? We're going to enjoy it tonight, right? We're going to enjoy it tomorrow and Sunday. And then these guys know they're going to show up 8 a.m. Monday morning. We're going to watch that film, find out what we can do better. And we've got a good team that we're playing against next Friday night, Creekside at home. So we'll be ready for that one as well.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, let's go. Go, Panthers!
The Coach of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Yeah, you saw him right there, Coach Colin Draft, fired up and calling out the doubters, holding up that check, Coach of the Week, which we will once again hand out to the winning coach of our Game of the Week each week this season. You take a look at our Game of the Week schedule. We got all in-county matchups to bring you throughout the year. Next week, University Christian at Bishop Kenny, and much like that game tonight between Nease and Ponte Vedra, it will stream live on Action Sports Jax 24/7, which is on all our social media, all the channels. You can find it just about anywhere, and we'll have that for you next week. Speaking of University Christian, we'll see them next week, and well, they had a flyover before their game with Newberry. Yeah, we'll fly over there for you. And here's something you don't see every day. Start with Newberry, back to punt, blocked. Justin Grant in the backfield falls to Zion Davis, and he's going to take it in for 6. Sure, a block punt for a touchdown. You know that happens. You see that from time to time. But later in the quarter, UC's back to punt. Wouldn't you know it? Panthers get to it. Keandre Williams block and Lahari DeBose with a Newberry touchdown. So, interchanging block punt touchdowns. After the visitors took the lead, here comes UC. Ty Keister deep to Amari Mack, hauls it in. University Christian would kind of pull away from there, and late in this one, 33-14 in the fourth. Let's head to Creekside next. Third quarter action. Knights trying to catch up to a strong Mandarin team on the scoreboard. Mustangs certainly have some offensive guys, you know, but they're stacked on D as well. Israel Ratliff into the backfield for the sack there. Did I mention guys that you know on offense? Well, How about your weekly Bryson Wright sighting? As Malik Morrison handles it off the bobble and finds the talented receiver in the end zone. Knights do get 6 back when Rossi Sperry will pass to Timmy Goodrich here as he goes to the far side, hauls it in. However, it is Mandarin who gets the win 42-20. Here's Coach Bullock after the win.
Excited. You always want to get a week 1 win. Creekside is such a great program in this area. They're so tough. We enjoy playing them the first week because it is so hard to go against them. Coach Mack and them put such a good program together, from special teams to defense to offense. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're going to be on their P's and Q's. And tonight we were able to overcome some mistakes. We got a lot to clean up, but you can't get mad at a win.
All right, good stuff there. Another great in-county battle, Fleming Island welcoming in Clay High School. And, folks, we had a defensive battle early on. Thomas Thrasher for the Golden Eagles getting into the backfield. He'll get the sack deep in Blue Devil territory. Really backs them up. They'd have to send it to the Golden Eagles, and they take advantage. Cedric McNeil off to the right side he goes, finding a lot of green grass and in for a 7-0 lead. Fleming, second quarter now. Quarterback going to keep it himself for Fleming. It's Eric Gentry in for 6. Reach it out across the goal line. Fleming Island gets the win 42-20. To the backyard we go. Riverside hosting Oakleaf, and the home team would use some defense to get the scoring started in this one as Oakleaf dropping back to pass, but how about Derek Brown? Jumps the route. He is headed the other way. It's a pick 6 for the Generals, and that gets the home crowd juiced up early on in the first quarter. But back come the visitors after a couple bruising runs from Reggie Ferguson. His teammate Kamari Townsend finishes off the drive, and we're all tied up late first quarter. This game nearly had a second pick 6 in the first half alone. Jordan Price playing center field out there, hauls it in. Kind of like a punt return, right? Returns it all the way, but a holding would wipe out said return. It would stay tied at 7 at the half. Oakleaf prevails 23-14. Let's go to the west side, shall we? Second half at Trinity Christian against Ed White. And the Conquerors up 21-20 at the break, but Ed White goes right down the field. Direct snap to Marion Laguerre. He plows ahead for a 20-yard touchdown run, puts the Commanders in front, convert the 2-point conversion up by 7. Trinity goes 3 and out next drive. Couldn't get the punt off, giving Ed White first and goal. Linebacker Nate Bennett, though, with a tackle for loss. That would force a field goal. Commanders up 10. Trinity needs a score to get back into it. Terrell Dallas pass is batted up, picked off. Tyon Tolliver taking it all the way for a pick 6. Ed White pulling away 38-21. Next drive, Trinity in desperation mode is 4th and goal. Dallas will find Marquez Hicks for a touchdown. Makes it a 38-28 game, and we love the Cannons. Oh, boy. Boy, there it goes. Very next drive, we got a pivotal 3rd down for Trinity, trying to get off the field. It's another direct snap to Marion Laguerre. He goes untouched and calls game. 56-yard score, puts it out of reach, 45-28. This is a huge win for the Ed White program. Here's Jason Hamby with Coach Lawrence Johnson.
All right, Coach, last year, your season opener against Trinity, 21-18, you fell in a close one. What was so different about this year? You pulled away late.
Well, our guys kind of felt the burn of that all last year. We felt like we should have taken care of business last year. We played poor special teams and had a bunch of turnovers in the second half. And we played a pretty clean game tonight, and I think that's what made the difference.
I mean, it's 21-20 at half. You scored 24 unanswered points, I believe. What was it about that third quarter coming out of the half that y'all really took over the game?
Well, we knew that it was going to be a competitive game and it was going to be close, and we've been talking about finish all season. And the guys came out and they had that mindset, and they finally were able to finish off a really good opponent. 2
direct snaps to the fullback, and it works like wonders. What was it about that play that made you go back to it twice and score 2 touchdowns?
Well, Marion is a very good football player. People don't use fullbacks as much anymore, but he's like a Division I fullback. He is a killer blocker. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball. He's a really good player, and we're going to feature him, and he makes a lot of plays for us. So we knew if we got him the ball, he would make the play. He told me he would, and he got it done.
Nothing better than starting 1-0.
Yep, 1-0. Now we got to do it again in 2 weeks. We're off next week.
I love it.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach. All right, that is all from Trinity, 45-28, your final score. I'm Jason Hamby, Action Sports Jacks.
Thank you, Jason. Let's check out the latest chapter of the long Palatka-St. Augustine rivalry, among the longest in the state. We got a slippery ball out there. This game was actually delayed over an hour due to weather. It's fumbled and recovered by a pile of Yellow Jackets. St. Augustine turns it into points. Trendale Anderson jumping over the pile, and St. Aug is on the board. Palatka in Yellow Jackets territory now in, oh no, not another slippery ball. There it goes. Somebody get to it. Rashad Medlock with the fumble recovery for the home team. Jackets would drive down the field, and hey, let's count it down, right? This is 2. He's going to find 1, and he goes into the end zone. That's a Brenton James touchdown. This one, all Yellow Jackets, 41-0 at last check. St. Augustine, another win in that rivalry matchup. Over on the west side, Baldwin hosting the Anglewood Rams, and the visiting Rams would find some success on the ground early on. Keon Jefferson taking this handoff. There he goes to the far side, gets to the edge, and oh, he nearly had the touchdown. Hayden Johnson, nice tackle there. You got to admire the effort because that saves the touchdown, would force a field goal. Ensuing drive, Baldwin's QB, Gage Screws, gets out of the pocket, finds John Harvey for a nice third down conversion, keeps that drive alive. A couple plays later, Nashawn Jacobs taking it up the gut and bouncing off of defenders into the end zone. Baldwin goes ahead 7-3. This game would be delayed because of lightning. 7-3, the last score we had. We'll get you an update a little bit later on. We want to remind you, the Zone Blitz starts next week. So next week we get back to the Zone Blitz, which if you're unfamiliar is 4 straight hours of high school football coverage on Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Red zone style coverage of the biggest games each and every week. So join us next week for that, as we'll have your Zone Blitz coming up next week. Couple Thursday night matchups. Bowls on the road down in South Florida taking on Monarch. All you need to see in this one is this one play. Jaden Weatherly is going to gun it to Naeem Burrows and let the Clemson commit take it from there. Full complement of skills on display on the way to the end zone. One heck of a play from Naeem Burrows. Impressive win to start the year for Bowls, 34-15 over Monarch. Another Thursday nighter. First game action on the new turf field over at Fort Family Regional Park. We got young kids in motion on the road, taking on Christchurch Academy. Nice play early on. Paul Bigham into the backfield. He'll get the QB sack for the Ravens. Yeah, but they would have a tough time slowing down the Eagles' offense. Last play of the first quarter, John Upchurch connects with Jacob Orr, strides his way into the end zone for 6. Move to the new quarter, into the second. But we got the same result. It's Orr on a handoff this time, and he's going to outrun the defense for another touchdown. All CCA in their home opener, 35-8 victory over the Ravens.
The Player of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
All right, so we need you to keep your eye out on social media. We'll be tweeting out and letting you know who you can vote for Player of the Week. We've been doing this for a few years now with Jaguars Prep. Go ahead and check out all these past winners of Player of the Week and Player of the Year. We'll have your newest candidates coming up for you online, so keep an eye on that.
I would say winning sectionals and regionals, and then becoming Gatorade Player of the Year in Jersey, I would say, for sure.
All right, so short and sweet high school memory from LaQuint Allen Jr., new draft pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars out of New Jersey. Class of 2022 high school, plays for the Jaguars. Let that sink in for you a little bit. Speaking of the Jags, they have a little extended stay down in Miami. Joint practices with the Miami Dolphins. They practiced on Thursday together. Of course, we had all your coverage on your official Jaguars station, Action Sports Jacks. We're able to bring you that. We'll have much more from Miami, of course, on Saturday when the two play in a preseason matchup. We got your countdown to kickoff coming up on Fox 30. Dolphins, Jags, and, of course, we will have the game for you as well right here on your official Jaguars station. All right, we're going to do this all again at 11:15. Get you some more final scores, get you some more highlights, and we'll have your Play of the Week, so you won't want to miss that. But we leave you now with the Band of the Week, the Riverside Generals, who are always known to put together some great music over there in the backyard. Appreciate everyone joining us for this special online edition of the Friday Night Blitz. We'll see you at 11:15 on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.